Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. This is somewhat of an impromptu live stream. I think that people saw that I was going to be going live tonight, and they assumed that it was 7:30 because that's typically the time that I go live. I'm switching it up. We are going live a little bit earlier. It is 5 p.m. and we are online. So hopefully the Gibbon gang will start to flow into the room as people start to get the notifications that I am indeed live. So fingers crossed that actually happens. I think folks were actually watching the video that I released earlier today where I unboxed a bunch of AOKs that arrived here at the house. And in many ways, that video that was released earlier today at 3:30 is probably going to be my last hurrah for a little while. As it relates to AOKs, I am going to try to shut it down. Just because I have the large collection, I'm trying to work my way through and trying to do that while also juggling AOKs that people are sending to me. It's a lot. Like I literally still have an AOK that I haven't been able to pick up from the post office. Someone inadvertently sent it to the post office that was listed on the website that I've subsequently taken down that I have not been able to actually get to. So I don't want to continue having things back up here on me in the room. So I want to actually shut down the AOKs for a little while as I continue to kind of process through the collection. And so I want to give a huge shout out to everyone that has sent me an AOK. I absolutely appreciate you guys. And hopefully those that were thinking about doing it understand where I am coming from. I don't want to continue to take things and find out that I have those things or whatever it happens to be. So hopefully people get where I'm coming from. So let me say hello to some comic book soldiers that have joined me here in the room. I see my man Wes. I see the Blue Wrench. Tina is in the house. I see Matthew. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. My Canadian brother Rush is in the house. Scrolling down to see what we have in here. We have 20 Cent Psycho. This is the first time that I've seen your name, 20 Cent Psycho. It is a name that I will not forget. welcome to your first live stream. Stand up. Comic Book Swoldiers, stand up. Chris, I see you. Welcome to the live stream. My man, Nick, it's good to see you. Matt Woods, my man. How you doing, brother? Matt was in there hanging out with me earlier today. I went live on Twitch around 2:30 or so, and he came over and hung out on the Twitch machine with me, so I was not all alone. Quest Dog is in the house. Chuck is in the house, as is Matt Forge, my man, Vika, the Closet Geek. It is good to see you. Chet is in the house. She Spawn. How you doing? Somebody, She Spawn. I'm going to dry snitch. I'm going to dry snitch right now. She Spawn. Someone was talking reckless earlier today on Twitch about Spawn. And I said to them, I said, look, I'm going to check it out. If She Spawn hears you talking reckless, she is going to come for you. And I said, I will not protect you, She Spawn. I represented for you. You were not there. Someone was reckless. And yes, I am dry snitching. High Voltage Mark is in the house. It is good to see you guys. And again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me just a little bit. So earlier today, I put up a post on the Instagram machine, basically having a little bit of a solicitation, if you will, for questions that people had. And there was a lot of questions that kind of came in. And earlier on the Twitch machine, I actually talked about some of that stuff. Subsequently to that, there was another question that came in from Matthew, who is here in the room right now. And he was asking, Romita Sr. or Bagley? And my response was yes, because you can have both in my world. But then I gave him another post and I said Ramita, then Bagley. How about that one? But then there was a bunch of questions here about me as a bodybuilder, whether I was going to be doing another trivia night at some point down the line. I did a little bit of a commentary, if you will, on the Twitch machine about modern Grails and my struggle with the term Grail, as well as seeing modern books as Grail. So I did some of that earlier. And then I realized a short while ago that I forgot to actually record that, if you will, for YouTube. So you guys potentially will never see that because I forgot to record it. And once it's on Twitch, it is there and only there. And I don't even know if I can get it off. So I'll have to see whether I can get it off. And it might just be one of those Twitch exclusives for the time being because of that. So, but a bunch of questions came in from a lot of people. So shout out to all those folks over on the Instagram machine that chose to participate in my little Q&A. So, and again, shout out to all those people that actually went over to the community tab and submitted ideas for videos. You know, I'm never really at a shortage for what type of videos to create, but I do from time to time like to open it up to people to hear what people are interested in hearing about. And it gives me an opportunity in some cases to direct people to content that has already been created and is out there and available for people that they just have not seen for whatever reason. It's an opportunity for me to take a little bit of a temperature check to see where people's heads are and what they might be interested in. And then I can prioritize videos that I maybe, thought about doing. And in some cases, honestly, people throw out ideas that I've never considered before. And that's neither good nor bad. It just is a statement of fact. And in some cases, I sit there and I noodle this stuff for a couple of weeks, sometimes a couple of days, and occasionally a video comes out of it. So shout out to everybody that shout out to, oh, you caught that. Shout out to everybody that took the time to actually head over to the community tab and drop some comments in there. I definitely appreciate that. Scrolling down through the comments here, early stream for the win. Indeed, man. My man Joe was like, bro, live stream tonight. Does that mean 7:30, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time? And I was like, no, man, I'm gonna go live early. Super honorable nephew, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. From Heroes to Icons is in the house. How you doing? My man Jeff, good to see you, bro. We are honestly, man, that R was dope. That's what's up, man. We told you, man, from Texas people, Texas likes big stuff. You know what I'm saying? But for those that have not seen the video that I released earlier today, I definitely want to encourage you guys to check it out. It's a good video. It's a fun video. I dig this kind of stuff. Master Blaster's in the house. How you doing, man? Sully Two Kings is in. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Tina says a grail is in the eye of each collector. And here's the thing. I would actually agree with that. I think that in my head, I think that there are levels to grails. And here's what I mean by that. I think that there are personal grails that people can have where they're like, that is a important book to me, right? And it could be a key or not key. There are certain books that are important to the person, right? For whatever reason that might be, right? Then I think that there are some books that are, if you will, they are character specific keys, right? So there are books that are like for She Spawn might be vitally important as a Spawn fan, where she is like, that is an important book for some reason or another. And it may not be important to other people that are not Spawn fans, but it's important to her. Then you could also have universal important books. And I'm purposely not using the word grail, but if you wanted to replace what I'm saying with the word grail, this would be appropriate, right? So there are those universal keys where, in my opinion, it transcends the personal, it transcends the character, and it's just at a higher level. Action 1 transcends, in my opinion. Batman 1 transcends. Amazing Fantasy transcends. There are many books that are out there that, in my opinion, aren't about personal preference. It's not about a character. It is, when you see that book, you're like, yeah, that's a legit book, right? So in my opinion, when we use the terms key and grail or whatever it is, I think that it lacks nuance. I think that there is some nuance there that is actually important, because someone threw out Amazing Spider-Man 300. I personally don't consider that to be a grail. I personally do not consider it for a couple of reasons. One, not really the biggest Venom fan. I dig Venom, especially now with Donny Cates doing some stuff on it. It's a modern book, and it's not like a book that is, in my opinion, that is priced so high that it requires a lot of stretch to get it. Unlike Action Comics, Amazing Fantasy 15, X-Men #1, Spider-Man #1, FF #1, Showcase #22, books like that. Flash 1, those types of books I think require some stretch. And to me, those are at the top of the game. But again, that is all personal opinion, Let me scroll up, because I think you guys were made a couple of comments here. Let me scroll up. What is this? Mr. Car Collector says, "Hey Reggie, I want to say thank you for all that you do recently. Recently into the hobby of collecting comics and been having tons of fun with it. Man, I'm gonna tell you, never lose that, brother. Never lose that, because at the end of the day, this is a hobby and it should be fun. If it starts to be more of a hassle or a headache or not fun or stressful, take a step back. Right? Take a step back and ask yourself, right? Like, do I need to tweak something? Do I need to do something a little bit different? But you know, I think honestly, you can watch my videos over time, and I think I still have the same level of enthusiasm and still make the same number of mistakes in videos, right? Because I am here to have some fun. It is a hobby, and I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue. Nothing wrong with Spawn 1 being a grail. There doesn't have to be a price amount for the back issue. I mean, again, there are levels to it. There are levels to what I was just saying. So I definitely agree with Chicken there making that point. So Chris Barrett is in the house. How you doing, brother? Let me scroll up here because I may have missed some things. Oh, let's pause on this one. Let's pause. So I think Joe, Tina, and now Matthew have all acknowledged the fact that we have exceeded 8,000 subs on the YouTube machine. And I feel a little comfortable saying something right now because we are actually at 8,008. So I actually feel okay saying it now. Typically what happens is like you're dancing around right above that, you know, right at that mark. And then it kind of falls back. And then sometimes it'll go up and then it'll come back down. But at 8,008, I feel okay that we are probably okay. So shout out to everyone that has joined the channel and has been here to support for long periods of time or short periods of time. I appreciate all of you guys. So shout out to you guys. Scrolling through, let me scroll down now because I think that I missed a couple of things. Let me scroll. Scrolling. What is this? Star Wars books are going crazy right now, says Chuck. Chuck, how you doing, bro? It's good to see you, my friend. Scrolling down. Pretty Fly for a Filipino guy says he's getting ready for work, so he's going to listen in the background. Love you all and hope you guys got some books today. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed that people got some good books today. So, Mr. Thank you, bro. I definitely appreciate that. Jeffrey, I appreciate that, man. It's been a long haul, man. I was talking to somebody the other day, man, and it was actually earlier today, and they were like, man, I got a little discouraged. I made a couple of videos and they didn't get the traction that I expected them to have. What I will say is welcome to the club. I will say that. Welcome to the club. And I say that because man, the YouTube thing, all of it is hard, man. I remember back when I put out videos and those videos only got 25 views, sometimes 50 views. On a good day, man, I was like 100 views. That is dope, you know? And I think that you know, it is a grind, but if you stick with it, if you continue to put out good content, if you continue to challenge yourself, if you continue to exchange time for value, I think that that goes a long way towards helping one's channel to actually start to grow. But it takes time, man. I mean, I've been doing this for what, 2 years or something like that. And we're just now at 8,000. There are some channels that just blow that away. There are people that started channels at the same time as me, around the exact same time, that have triple the number of subscribers that I have. And you know, I think that what we built here on this channel was fantastic. And I don't think that it's easy to compare what we've done here to anyone else. I'm very proud of what we've done, you know, very proud of what we've done over here. What is this? Matthew says, I rewatched one of my drawing videos to get it to 100. Bro, I'm not mad at you. If you can't watch your own content and give your own content a thumbs up, I don't know. I do the same thing. Let me scroll through some of these comments and see what else you guys are talking about. Scrolling. Silver Age, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you, my friend. Scrolling. What is this? For those that get their comics graded, do you always get them pressed beforehand? I think, you know, a couple of things, man. A couple of things. I think that you know, a modern Grail is Ultimate Fallout 4 these days. Again, it depends. It depends. Like, what are you basing that on? What is your definition of a Grail, right? everyone has, there are some people that don't care about Miles Morales and would not consider that a grail. I could see it as a personal grail. I could see it as a character grail, i.e. in the Spider-Man franchise, but it is a universal. Is it universal to the point of being able to call it a grail? I don't know. I don't know. Are we giving that label too easily and too suddenly to certain things? I don't know. Is it a book that I want? Yes. Is it a book that I own? No. And I hope to get it. So let's not call it a grail until I get my hands on it. That's all I'm saying. Scrolling down to the comments here. I think there was a super chat that just popped in. Joe, how you doing, brother? We are check it out. Check it out. Man, I've been reading some DC. And I've been reading Justice League. Specifically the New 52 Justice League issue number 35, right? So if you guys haven't read this, I read 35 through I think 39 digitally, and because I have the hard copies as well. Talk about a pandemic, man. I saw the theme of this comic when I was going through Key Collector app and going through books in the 100,000 K collection, and I came across this book, and it has Batman on the cover wearing a mask, and I had to read it, and I don't regret it. It is legit. It is legit over there. And I bring it up because at one point in there, they started talking like the Borg, like we are Gibbon. They were like, I don't remember what they said. It was like, we are virus or some crazy stuff. If you have not read this, man, I highly encourage you to read it. It is actually pretty solid writing, pretty solid, artwork and storytelling over at DC. Jeff Johns was the writer on this, and I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed it, and it's very timely because Batman's wearing a mask. Batman was wearing a mask, then Batman got infected. It was crazy. I felt like it was Voldemort all over again. So scrolling down through the comments here, I need the first appearance of Cloak and Dagger. That's what's up. It's a good book. Scrolling down through the comments here. There you go. See what I'm saying? I think it is a key. There's no doubt about that these books are keys, but has it reached the status of a grail? I don't know. Somebody's talking dirty in here. Finally picked up Gung Ho 1 and 2. Man, bro. Gung Ho is honestly, it is enjoyable. The dialogue is cool. The artwork is cool. It is a fun little read, man. And I'm going to tell you, I finished the series. I was able to get a preview all the way to issue 7. I will tell you, it is not for kids. It starts to get a little rough in like issue 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Starts to get a little rough, but I enjoyed it. So if you guys haven't picked up Gung Ho, man, I'm telling you, it is actually a pretty good read. So scrolling down through the comments here, I've never seen so many people rush so quickly to move to California or to visit California. You know what I'm saying? People want to come out here and run their fingers through my collections. No, I'll keep my collection. All right. So what I did want to do, what is this? I agree completely on the Grail definition. Thank you. I mean, here's the thing is I actually do try to think about some of the stuff that I say. You know, I try to have some kind of like rational thought behind it, and it's like, you know, some people agree, some people don't, but I do try to think through it just a little bit, you know. And it's just one of those things, man, that like I personally, I'm not a huge fan of the word Grail, and I don't know why. I don't know why it grates my cheese. But I'm struggling. I struggle with that. With that term. So let me see what you guys are talking about. Scrolling. What is this? First Cloak and Dagger is my birthday comic. Came out on his birthday. I read it recently. Go collect article. That's what's up. It's a cool book. It's definitely a cool book. All right. So what I do want to do, yeah, man, I need those prices to cool down on that book so I can actually pick it up, to be honest with you, because I definitely need that book in my collection. Somebody actually offered to sell it to me or trade it to me the other day, and I'm holding off. I'm trying to hold my powder, trying to keep my powder dry. So there is something that I actually wanted to do in this video, something that I did not do in the Ready, Set, Go preview show like I normally do, which is to actually show you guys the Go Collect book of the week. I didn't show it to you because I did not have it. Did not have the book because of how the mail was going. It had not yet arrived. So what we are going to do right now is we're going to open up a box. And I'm actually going to show you guys the Go Collect book for this week. And I think the Go Collect video actually dropped earlier today. So I don't know if you guys have had an opportunity to watch that, but Go Collect video is out, and I think it's actually a pretty good video, man. There was a lot of quirkiness going on, a lot of quirky content being written by the bloggers over at Go Collect. So I had a little bit of fun doing the recording. So hopefully you guys will check that out and will enjoy it. It is available on Go Collect's website. Open this up and see what's inside. All right. Just got a bunch of stuff in here now. We don't need any of that stuff. We don't need any of that stuff. None of that's important. All right. So actually, I will touch on something maybe in a moment, because there was a legitimate question that someone actually asked me on Instagram about if I would extend the Go Collect giveaway to the UK. And I may want to talk about that here just so I can help to kind of get people to understand where I'm coming from. So if I remember, we'll talk about that. So let's open this up here. We're living in quirky times, says Daryl. Facts. All right, so let's get this open. Rip the bubble wrap. I really hate when I do that, because I feel like I cannot send somebody else ripped bubble wrap. It grates my cheese. It grates my cheese. All right, so we're gonna open this up, and let's see if I can get the tape off without ripping it. That way I can protect Mother Earth and save myself a couple of bucks. Yeah, buddy, got that off. Yeah, buddy. The small wins in life. All right, so we're gonna do. I was gonna do a quick little poll of you guys, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. There's actually 2 books in here, and I honestly don't remember what they were. So we're gonna look at them first off camera. We're gonna look at them first off. Oh, that's a cool book. That's a cool book. I think we're gonna hold on that one. Okay, that's a cool book too. All right, I think we're going to use this one. What is this? I Snack Spider-Man. Let's see. I'm trying to read the comments here, see what you guys are talking about. All right, so we're going to end up doing this one right here. Get the tape off of this bag. Get rid of that. All right, so here we go. This other book I'm actually going to save, because I have a video coming out that I think you guys will enjoy that will attach to that one. But we're going to do this one real quick. Can I please have a shirt? Can I please have a shirt that says "Grates my cheese"? Man, I'm telling you, my children sometimes grate my cheese. Oh man, it's just, I'm telling you, the randomness that comes out of my mouth is just, it's outstanding. It really is outstanding. I'm actually trying to boot up Go Collect here, because I actually want to check the F&B for this book before I let you guys go. So all right, so here's the book. This is the book that we are going to give away this week as part of the Go Collect giveaway, and I'm trying to check it out here real quick. It's actually not a bad looking book. It is not a bad looking book. I'm not certain if it was cleaned. It could have been cleaned. It just is a little weathered, but there you go. That's the back of the book right there. And here is the book. It is, I think a cool book. It is Fantastic Four number 67. Fantastic Four, number 67, the origin and first appearance of him, also known as Adam Warlock. This is the book right here that we are going to be giving away this week as part of the Go Collect giveaway. So I think that this is actually a pretty cool book. I had a person like about 2 years ago argue with me over the fact of what this book was and wasn't. And I realized early on that, man, people can have some strong entrenched positions about certain things, but this is the book that is this week's Go Collect giveaway. I want to pull it up real quick. What is this? Silver 8 Surfer just dropped a super chat in here. He says, I'm officially part of the Gibbon gang. Just purchased a copy of Amazing Spider-Man 110. Beautiful 20 cents copy. That's what's up, man. Congrats, brother. Welcome Welcome to the Gibbon Gang, my friend. Somebody asked me a question earlier today. They were like, what is one of the most overrated Silver Age Amazing Spider-Man books out there? And I was like, it's certainly not Amazing Spider-Man 110. I can tell you that for a fact. That book is not overrated. It is literally the greatest. Never mind. Shout out to you, Silver Age Surfer. I definitely appreciate it, bro. I appreciate the super chat. I appreciate all of the all of the fantastic AOKs that you sent my way, man. I definitely appreciate it. All right, so let's pop this up real quick. I'm actually going to share my screen with you guys, and we're going to head over to Go Collect, who is the sponsor of these fantastic giveaways that we do here on the channel. So we're going to do Fantastic Four number 67. We're going to type that in. We're going to hit the search button right here, and then we get some output here. We can see there's a reprint that was done in 94. Wow, 21 sales. That is crazy. So Fantastic Four 67 right here. Let me make sure you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see that. So we're going to wait for this page to render. We're going to look up the FMV of a 6.5. FMV right now, the 6.5 is sitting at $200. Last sales were basically in May. So we're going to expand that and see what people are paying right now. Looks like $195. Whoa, $255. Sweet Christmas. $245, $182, $239, $188. And what you can see here is that all of these sales are eBay sales. All of these sales are eBay. That is interesting. And then you have a sale here back in February from Heritage for $144. I wonder if they probably exclude the fees that go along with that. That may be another 20 some odd bucks or whatever, plus shipping. That may get a little higher than what we see right there, but not a bad price, man. Not a bad price for that book. So again, we have Fantastic Four number 67, a 6.5 with off-white to white pages, with an FMV of $200. This is this week's Go Collect book. All right. So there you go. There we go. Oh, wow. CT Kook says I sold a 7.5 a few months ago and totally regret it. I think I'm sitting right now. I want to say on an 8.0. I think I have an 8.0. I want to say, I could be wrong. Sometimes the numbers get a little mixed up in my head, but I think that's it. So what is this? ASM is the first appearance of Stan Lee's greatest villain, Gibbon. Stand up. You gotta love it, man. All right, so that is that book. I'm gonna hide this book right here. You guys will probably see that book right there next week or something like that. It's actually another really cool book. So what was cool is I was going through the collection, the 100K collection earlier today, and I actually spotted a variant. You guys are probably all familiar with this book. This is Dazzler number 1. This is actually a book that was a co-create, if you will. It was a promotional thing that was created between Marvel and I think some record company or something like that. And I think that the promotional efforts weren't didn't live up to the expectation. Something kind of fell apart along the way. But Dazzler was a character that was created. And what's cool is that there is actually a variant version of Dazzler number 1. And I was able to go through a couple of copies of Dazzler that I have. These all came out of the 100K collection. And then I think I have 2 copies already in my personal collection. But I was able to go through these. And there is actually in 3 of these, there are black and white ads in the book that is essentially a print error variant. And I have not looked up the prices of them, but Key Collector app kind of flagged it for me. I didn't know anything about that. And that's just, again, one of these really cool things that you kind of discover as you go through these books and you learn a little bit about what's out there. But they all look the same from the cover. But there are 3 of these 4 actually have a black and white ad on the inside. So definitely a really cool little tidbit right there. So scrolling down through the comments here. Yeah, a couple of copies. A couple of copies. Silver Age Surfer and ASM 110 Mark Jeweler sold on eBay today. Was that you? That is nice right there. A couple of people shouting out claim. Dazzler over here. My FF67 is probably a 4.0. Nothing wrong with that, brother. Nothing wrong with that. You probably bought it back in the day for like, 12 cents or something like that. So I'm not mad at you for that. Scrolling up through the comments here. Yeah. So, all right, cool. I think I'm all caught up right there with that one. So if there's things you guys want to talk about, throw it up in all caps. We will try to get to it. So let me see. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I got it. All right. So I am going to give you guys the phrase for this. If anybody was wondering, no one asked, which is fascinating that no one would even ask. But the phrase, we are going to do the phrase. I'm going to show you the book, which I've already done. And I'm also going to give you the phrase to be able to enter this giveaway. So the phrase is cocoon. Cocoon is the phrase for this week's Go Collect giveaway. Hopefully you guys will be able to find the community tab and be able to enter it. But the phrase is cocoon. And I am literally doing this for a reason. We do have some people that are hearing impaired that benefit from when I do things on screen and pre-recorded where I actually show the words on screen, but without me doing it pre-recorded, they won't be able to know about the entry until it gets uploaded to the system and processed and all that other kind of stuff. So I want to kind of hopefully show them some visual clues as to what the phrase actually is. So that's why I decided to do that. All right. Scrolling through the comments here. What about profit? Bro, I'm going to tell you right now, Key Collector app is fantastic. It is. I was mad the other day. I was in a storage facility and going through boxes. And I could not get a cell signal. Could not get a cell signal for the life of me because I was trying to. I go through some books in the storage facility to figure out which bins I want to bring home. So I'm flipping through. I look up a couple of books. I see whether there's something like important about the run that I happen to be looking at. If there is, then I pull it out. Could not pull up Key Collector app because I could not get a signal. So I had to do it all off memory. And it was. I did it, but I did not enjoy it. I did it, but it was not as enjoyable as being able to just pull up Key Collector app and be like, yeah, that's a good book in there. So let me grab this because I know that there's some good stuff in there. But gotta love Key Collector app, man. Dazzler is goofy enough to make an appearance in the Deadpool movies like she did in the older run of the Deadpool books. Could be cool, man. Bring her through. Dustin, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Shout out to my man Nick for the super chat. I definitely appreciate you, bro. I can't see the super sticker though. I can't see it. Hopefully the folks on the other side were able to see the sticker there, but I could not see it. I can't see it on this side because of the interface that I use. I never enter the giveaways because I never catch the show being busy on Sundays. I'm not quite sure that I understand that question because entering the giveaways doesn't have anything to do with watching the show on Sunday. So I'm not quite certain that I understand where this comment is coming from. If you want to explain, definitely let me know. But I will try to explain here. The way that it works is that you watch the videos that come out from the channel over the course of the week. And one of those videos is a phrase. You get that phrase, you head over to the community tab, you find the post, you click the link, you enter the phrase from the video that happens Monday through Friday into the MailChimp thing. And then we declare who the winner is on Sunday. You don't actually have to be present to be the winner. You just have to watch the show to see if you won to be able to get your book within 1 week. So hopefully that helps. Let me scroll down through the comments here. See what else you guys are talking about. Yes, indeed. There is good information. Go to the community page. Have to be subscribed in the US. That is pretty much it. Thank you, Joa. That is pretty much it. You have to be a subscriber. Oh, so let's talk about this. So the requirements for the contest are pretty straightforward, right? You are a subscriber to the channel. You watch the videos because you're a subscriber to the channel. You like the contest. You watch the videos anyway. One of the videos, I give you a phrase. You head over to the community tab. You do your thing over there. So someone earlier on the Instagram machine asked if I was ever going to open up the giveaways to the UK. And I tried to explain to them in a couple of different ways why I don't. And there are several reasons why. The sponsors of the giveaway is based in the United States. My guess is that their customer base likewise is based in the United States. In fact, when you look at the statistics for my channel, 80% of my views come from the United States. 8% comes from Canada and 3% comes from the UK. My guess is that the people that sponsor content on this channel have very similar numbers in terms of their user base. That is my assumption, right? And to that point, it's really tough to make an argument to somebody as to why we would do a giveaway for another country when the subscriber base is as small as it is. It's a tough argument. Now, you add to that when I buy books, the books that I buy have to have an FMV between 150 bucks and 200 bucks. Sometimes we go a little higher, sometimes we go a little lower. But because of the cost associated with shipping, we would have to lower the thresholds for the books so as to reserve money to be able to ship books. So for example, when I ship a book here in the US, a slab, I can ship a single slab up to 3 slabs for $15 via United States Postal Service. If I ship that same slab to Canada, it's $48. And sometimes when you ship books to Canada, they actually get hit with customs charges on the other side. This actually happened before. And in some cases, I've actually paid that money for people because they got hit with it and reached out to me for help. I actually paid for that out of my pocket. I don't like to do that. So we're not doing that anymore. We're not paying custom fees anymore, right? So my point is that if we ship books beyond Canada, we're shipping them to a very small group of people at a very high cost, which will require us to lower the threshold for the books that we buy. So we're now watering down and diluting the giveaways from $200 books, right, to $100 to $150 books. That's important. That spread right there is actually an important thing. So that's part of the reason why we don't extend it to the UK and beyond, right? And the other reason is books get damaged. The further away you ship it, the more likely it is actually to get damaged, the higher the cost, et cetera, et cetera. So I offer that up to say that it is not about our, the goal is not to exclude people. That's never the thing, but there is a dollars and cents and a rhythm and a rhyme to some of this stuff as to why we don't do what we do. It's never because we want to exclude people. That is not the objective. But if we happen to get a sponsor that is based in the UK or elsewhere, man, let's make some magic happen. Scrolling down through some of the comments here. Sometimes here in Canada, we get hit with it. There we go. You see what I'm saying? And for somebody that does not expect that's a nice chunk of money. That is a nice chunk of money for people to get hit with simply for winning a contest. And it's like, I can't continue to pay those fees on behalf of people. That's tough. That's tough for everybody involved, right? I mean, because you're looking at, potentially $80 out of my pocket between shipping and fees if I cover both of those things. That's pretty tough. So yeah, man, it is tough, and hopefully people actually get that. Hopefully people get where I'm coming from. Cool. Is there an error variant though to know? I don't know. I have not looked. I know that it's in Key Collector app. If you're talking about Dazzler, I know it's in there, but I have not checked Go Collect, nor have I checked CGC. So sorry about that. It does, man. Unfortunately, it does. I mean, the heart is where the heart is typically in a good place, right? But the wallet is in another place. So hopefully folks get that. Daryl just rubbing it in here that he got Dazzler 1 off the shelf. Just rubbing it in. Just rub it right in there. No, that's cool, man. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Just send the book by carrier pigeon. Oh my goodness. What does that say? Serbia takes 30%. Whoa, that is crazy. And that's the thing, is like, you start to open it up beyond North America, and then people are like, what about this place? What about that place? And it just becomes a snowball, and it's tough because I never like to exclude anybody. But some things have to be done, scrolling down through some of the comments here. What is this? Regie needs to work on that Tim Horton, man. Hey, brother, I'm telling you, we man, I'd be happy to take any real sponsorship money that is out there. We will add it to the pot. We will stir it up. And before you know it, AF15 will be hanging on the wall behind me. Let's do it. What is this? Someone sold someone Dr. Doom helmet to Canada, $100 in fees just for the dude to pick it up. Man, that's brutal, man. That is brutal. Blue, go to Reggie's main page from here, then click on community. There's a video. If someone's having an issue finding it, if you just search Reggie Collects Go Collect Giveaway, if you search on YouTube Reggie Collects Go Collect Giveaway, you will find a video or two, because I've actually created a couple of them that will actually help you to figure out where the community tab is, and then also how to actually do the entry. A lot of that information is up there. If you guys ever have questions, just do a quick search, and a lot of times you can find stuff. But Joe, thank you, brother, for helping them out. So there we go. That's work right there. Papa Likes Comics says, right now I'm putting some of my Spider-Man books in new bags and boards. Spectacular Web and ASM, all fantastic books. I will tell you that I've recently just bought bags and boards in bulk. I have a box of 1,000 Silver Age backing boards and a box of 1,000 current backing boards, and then I have half that number of each in bags and boards. I'm sorry, in bags. It took 3 weeks for BCW to send me my order, but I am very appreciative that it finally arrived, and I have been bagging and boarding like nobody's business. It is like a full-time job. Oh man. What is this? Reggie, has the purchase of the 100K slowed you down on chasing AF-15? Has it slowed me down, or is it a step in the process towards AF-15? You know what I'm saying? I'm not quite sure how to answer that question, right? Because if you think about it, you can ask yourself, is it a step towards AF-15, right? I think I mentioned this before, that I was going to take a meandering approach to Amazing Fantasy 15, right? So I don't know that it slowed me down versus it is a peg in the process that I am going through, right? And hopefully people understand that this is all in many ways, an illustration of potentially how you can pursue some of these books that you're interested in, right? I think it's Nerdy Father. He sent me a message, and he recently picked up his very first collection. And his purchase of a collection was inspired by the video that I created of the purchase of 100,000 books. And in the collection that he bought, it had some really, really nice books. One of them was Ultimate Fallout #4, and a lot of really nice books. And he is going to be selling those books off in an effort to actually buy an important key or grail, if you will, of his very own, right? And so the fact that my video is helping to, if you will, inspire or motivate other people is really fantastic, because to some degree that's what it's all about, so hopefully that actually answers the question there. Scrolling down through some of the comments here, seeing what else you guys are talking about. A lot of people bagging and boarding. Am I going to open up a shop? No, I'm not. I gave up that goal long time ago. Will I ever be a dealer? Maybe I'd be a dealer, but I don't think I would ever run a shop. I think that the overhead is too high. To run a comic shop, and those guys work really, really hard. I don't think I'm interested in that, to be honest. But being a dealer, traveling around, going from con to con, I think that'd be cool. There you go. Man, I'm telling you, there is a method to the madness. Everything, not everything, but a lot of things that I do are taking me down a path. There is a reason that I rolled out the t-shirts. There is a reason why I actually rolled out the t-shirts when I did. And already the proceeds from the t-shirts have gone to another project that has been in the works for quite some time. Everything leads to something else. It is all a process. And the problem is, and not the problem, but it takes time. It takes time for people to see how the dots are all connected. And then I think sometimes because it takes so much time, people don't fully appreciate that led to this, which led to that, which led to this other thing that seems like a completely different thing, but it was indeed part of a larger plan. So wish I could diversify my collection, but I don't want to waste money. I think that was you guys having a little conversation there, so I won't get involved in that. My collection is worth around my collection is worth around a 7.0 AF-15, maybe a 6.5 to be conservative. Shout out to you, Rush, my man. Shout out, brother. Scrolling down through the comments here, you'd have a customer right now. What is this? Would you consider let me see what else you guys are talking about. That my college roommate owned a comic shop. I always felt really bad. He was married. You see what I'm saying? Man, the comic shop owners work hard. They work hard. And I have nothing against hard work, but there is a reason. Like, I have been a published writer since I was 16. I've been published all around the world, magazines, newspapers. I was editor of a yearbook, this, that, and the other, right? I've done that for a long time. I realized very early on that I did not want to be a writer, that I did not want to write in order to put food on the table. That was not my gig. And there are things that I look at where I'm like, that I enjoy it, but that is not my jam. That is not what I want to do. I enjoy fitness. There is no money to be made in fitness. There is a reason why I'm a fitness trainer, but I don't train people. There is a reason for that. There's a reason why I chose to write an ebook instead versus training individual people, man. But it's tough, man. It's tough. So let me see. I don't understand this question. Are you asking about the Prophet movie? If you're asking about the Prophet movie, we actually talked about that on Sunday as part of the Ready, Set, Go preview show. So you may want to check that out, because we actually went into a little bit of detail about what Rob Liefeld was actually doing with Prophet. So you may want to check that out. Just grab 10 BCW bit, bro. You spent a grip. You spend a grip on those, because the BCW plastic bins are not cheap, not at all. Even if you buy them in bulk in increments of 10, where you get a little bit of money off, they are still expensive. Shout out to you, Nick, man. I'm telling you, the bins are dope, man. You can see my background over here. You can see them. I am slowly working my way across the wall, and there's a couple more that are back over here, and then I have a couple more that are actually back behind me, hidden under my table. I have BCW plastic bins everywhere because they are fantastic, but also expensive. Scrolling down through the comments, seeing what else you guys are talking about. What does that say? Comic shop owners are basically diamond resellers. So you own the shop, but hey, scrolling down through the comments here, seeing what else you guys are talking about. Comic Swoldiers. Scrolling down. I have actually. I have. I'm gonna tell you, I am always constantly having these ideas about different things that I would want to do. There is a different type of writing in my opinion, of writing a comic book and the type of writing that I'm actually good at, right? What I am good at is taking large amounts of information and synthesizing it down into something that is well organized, that is concise, and that is easily understandable. And I do that verbally, right? I do that verbally. I also do that in written form. That is one of my talents. Creative writing is another thing. That is another skill set that Regie does not have. But I have thought about a comic book, though. I tell you that. I have actually thought about not necessarily writing one, but working with some really talented creators to print a comic book, an anthology, if you will. I am always thinking about this stuff because I really, really enjoy this stuff. So I'm always like, can I do that? What about this? I wonder if I could do this thing with some people. I'm always doing that kind of stuff. So shout out to you, brother. Adventures of the legit. What is this? If I win the lottery, I'll buy one BCW bin for the hey. That's the only book you really need. Get that AF-15, man. Get rid of everything else. AF-15, one bin, one book, done. Yeah, I have the raw and the graded. I have two of the graded sitting right here off to my right-hand side. And then I have I have three other graded bins that are here in the room, and then one out there. But most of my graded books actually sit in white boxes for the moment. At some point, I'll upgrade them. I'm a little too cheap, to be honest with you. What is this? Hey, Regie, I got the Flash 139 CGC 5.0 for a couple of bucks shipped to Hawaii. No, you wanted to know. Congrats, bro. Let me know if you want to part with any of those ASM 300s. So shout out to Rebecca. Congrats on being able to pick up that book, that awesome Flash 139. So scrolling down through the comments here, seeing what else you guys are talking about. But does BCW have an official site? Yeah, bcwsupplies.com. I do believe that is it. Let me check. Yep. I didn't even have to type but 2 words. But yeah, it is bcwsupplies.com. All of their stuff is that the right one? Yeah, that's the right one right there. bcwsupplies.com. You can see the URL up there. But yeah, all of that stuff is there. Let's see if we can find the bins real quick. They are super expensive. Comics, boards, bags, boxes. Click on that. Their site is relatively straightforward. For as many products as they have, their site is actually pretty straightforward. 26 bucks, man, which is a lot. Then if you go with 5, you can actually get them down to about 19 bucks each. You say 27%. You do 3, get them down to about $22. So, and then, you know, the comic shops honestly will sell them to you for about 21. Generally is what my shops will sell them to me for, about 21 bucks, which isn't, you know, I mean, it's like, it's a lot more than your cardboard over here, and still a lot more than the printed, and the printed are still expensive at, you know, 16 bucks in some cases. They're all expensive, man. But, you know, that's why I'm slowly but surely working them into the collection. So, all right, so I am gonna, yeah, what you can do is you can actually, if you go to Amazon, Amazon tends to sell them in bundles as well. And if you have Prime, you can actually knock a couple of bucks off, right, for shipping. With BCW, if you spend over 80 bucks, you get free shipping. But if you don't want to spend that much, Amazon's not a bad way to go, especially if you have Prime. You can actually save yourself a couple of bucks. How high can you go? Right now I am stacked 1, 2, 3, 4. I am stacked 4 high. I would actually go higher. I think on their website, let me see if they say it on the website. I want to say that when I talk to those guys, because I used to have a relationship with BCW where I used to do videos for them. I want to say that we had a conversation about how high they can be stacked, and I want to say it was like 6 or so. Stack up to 6 high. There you go. I'll share my screen one more time with you guys so that you can see that. Get rid of that. Sorry about that. Share the screen one more time with you guys. But, you know, it's one of the big things. Always BCW actually does a pretty good job of giving you a lot of the information that you need. Heavy duty, acid free plastic, stack up to 6 high, includes 1 black, blah, 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 with a partition. There you go. These are pretty sturdy, man. I with a regular white box, I don't go too much higher than like 4, you know, and I struggle going higher only because I don't feel like they're going to collapse, but the boxes start to compress on one another, and then the white boxes get all kinds of funny indentations in the lid, which bothers me. With the printed boxes, you can actually go up at least 1 level higher, if not 2, and actually not damage the box, which is actually pretty cool. And I think that's because of the double wall that is used on the printed boxes, and also the wrap, the coating that they put on there reinforces that, so you can go up a little bit higher. But like you just saw, the plastic bins, you can go up to about 6 high, which is kind of nice. All right. So I'm actually going to wrap this thing up. One quick reminder. This is the video in which I give you the phrase for the giveaway this week, sponsored by Go Collect. The book is Fantastic Four 67. This is the origin and first appearance of him, known as Adam Warlock. It is a 6.5 with off-white to white pages. The phrase is cocoon. Cocoon is the phrase. If you head over to the community tab right now, you will be able to find a post where I'm talking about this week's giveaway. There will be a link there. That's how you always know what the current one is, because there's a link. You click the link, you go to MailChimp, you plug in 3 pieces of information. One of them is the phrase, the other 2 are personal to you. Then you tune into the Ready, Set, Go preview show to find out if you are indeed the winner. All right. With that, if you guys need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram. My preferred means of communication at Regie Collects. And if you're feeling frisky and have to send me an email, you can certainly do that at Regie@RegieCollects.com. And if you have a little free time and you want to head over to the website, you can certainly head over there. I have all kinds of shirts. This one says Comic Swoldiers, stand and be counted, on the website, as well as my personal favorite, Swoldier. These shirts are all up there, along with stickers and box cutters and all kinds of other stuff. So if you're feeling frisky and want to contribute to the site, you can definitely head over there and do that. All right. Thank you guys. I definitely appreciate it. If you need me, I am not too hard to find. Take care.